Afternoon, sir. This is Ishan Chaturvedi, MBA 4 semester students. And we, the students of IBS Hyderabad, are really thankful for your presence today. So, with your permission, I have one question. It's like if you, sir, what's your take on privatization of Indian Railways and what's the future of it?
That's a good.
Sir.
No, sir. No, he didn't.
Sorry, sir.
No, what is your view? He's asking. I mean,
What is your what
he already questions you back.
You are going to live much longer than me, so what is your view?
Sir, like I'm no one to give my view, but what I have read, I can say that it's a strategic center and we should not privatize it because the control of the government will be spread to the private sectors and the control will be shifted.
So you are the future, so we'll agree with your view.
Sir, I would like to hear from you, sir. Few words.
You know, when we talk about privatization, we use some terms very loosely. What is privatization? Privatization means the ownership of railway, which is 100% owned by the under Ministry of Railway. It's a departmental enterprise. Or the ministry runs it fully. So the Ministry of Railway has no other work to do except running railways. That's the only work they have. So, do you mean when you take privatization, by normally, you said 51% of that ownership should be transferred. So I don't think anybody in the country or in the world can actually, if the valuation of railways made properly, including the land, everything, that everybody will have the 51% of money to take railways. That is one, the money part. And secondly, I don't want to think anybody wants to take headache of running railways by borrowing that tension of running the railways. So it's not privatization of that kind. So therefore, I don't think that kind of privatization can ever happen in railways. What is important is the sum of the services that railways offer to the people. For example, I will give an example. When during my time we started this, we started a program called e-catering. We said you can get the food of your choice in your seat. You decide, when we kept adding vendors, you decide you want Domino pizza, I'm sure you like it, but not me. So I think Domino pizza for you and for me maybe curd rice. But if we both have different taste and I want to get that pizza from a particular shop, of course, you cannot get in Hyderabad station pizza from Delhi. That is not possible. But maybe when you are boarding a train in Hyderabad, the choice of shop from there. So we started that. That was a private activity. So does not change the character of railways. It better the services. Then we started a program called cleanliness. And we had a program in which we said that clean my coach. So nobody will believe it now. Now it has become quite common. But when we started it, nobody believed it. That you send a SMS saying that clean my coach, and in 15 minutes the coach has to be cleaned. We started with few trains that time. And one person told me an interesting anecdote. He said after he sent a message, he saw the coach was clean. The person came and was standing next to him. He thought he was expecting tip, that's why he's standing there. He said, no, if you don't send another SMS saying that it is now clean to your satisfaction, my job will be at stake. So now this was private driven. So is it wrong anything in doing something like this? Then we started a service wherein you can actually lodge, not only for cleaning, for anything, a complaint online. Now some of you are saying you do case studies. So Harvard did a case study on this. That there is no other country, no other organization in the world. You know how many people travel by railways? More than 8 billion. Now the world population is 8 billion now. But when I was railway minister 6 years ago, it was that time the population was less, but 8.4 billion people used to travel by railways because of round trips. And we are all Indians. So we think I have bought a ticket, or sometimes without buying ticket also because I am traveling. My inherent right is to make complaint because that's what I am Indian. I have to prove that. So I will make a complaint. So how many complaints we used to get? Millions. But of course, first there was no complaint because earlier complaint redressal mechanism was not existent. When we opened up this, that you lodge a complaint when you are still traveling on train, it was impossible for anybody to believe. There was a young pregnant woman traveling with her husband, some drunkards were troubling her. We got them arrested on the next station. I was personally monitoring it. There was somebody who was demanding money for giving birth. I said, send me a recorded message. We got him suspended on the next station. There was somebody who was suffering, he had a heart attack. We got life-saving devices present in the next station, stopped the train and took them to the station. He tweeted from ICU that my life was saved by... It's unbelievable things. Somebody who was one young mother, train was, because of floods, train was stranded, and the baby was crying for hot milk. We got it delivered on a seat, and she tweeted. So these are all things which are real life situations. Now this is all we could do because we used technology. Now technology, of course, this was initially I was doing it myself up to 4, 5 a.m. to make sure that this all goes well. Now we institutionalize it. Now doing something like this needs obviously partners from others. Is it wrong? It enhances customer service. So you should be clear about what you mean by privatization. See, privatization of railway, as I said, is a different connotation. Privatization means changing ownership, changing that. I don't think anybody is interested either, or anybody can have the ability to buy at the same time. But this is something. So, we should be clear about, sometimes, we use certain terms without meaning it. So, privatization railway is happening. So, somebody is opposing to privatization. I said, first we are opposed to something, but that has to happen. I don't know, I'm not talking about today's policy of the railways. I'm talking about when I was a railway minister. I had made it clear many times in the parliament and outside that there is no such plan as I explained to you what is meant by privatization.
Thank you, sir.